They also agreed to restart trade negotiations. At a press conference in Osaka, Japan, the president said the United States will hold off on threatened additional tariffs on Chinese goods.
We won't be adding an additional, tremendous amount of, we have, I guess, $350 billion left, which could be taxed or could be tariffed. And we're not doing that. We're going to work with China on where we left off to see if we can make a deal.
President Trump is now in South Korea. Earlier, he tweeted he was willing to meet with North Korean leader Kim Jong-un and shake his hand at the demilitarized zone between the two Koreas. This is USA Radio News.
A recent article says that consumers need to evaluate the ingredients found in their toothpastes. Dental hygienist Linda Hurst.
When it comes to the health of your teeth and gums, ingredients matter. Look for a toothpaste with a natural, gentle ingredient, like baking soda, which is the foundation of Arm & Hammer toothpaste.
The report noted that toothpaste with baking soda shows promise in reducing plaque and may decrease gum bleeding when compared to toothpaste without it.
When you brush with Arm & Hammer toothpaste, you notice the baking soda difference. They have been clinically proven to remove up to 5 times more plaque and to reduce gum bleeding by as much as 60% when compared to a non-baking soda toothpaste. Throughout the day, as you eat and drink, stains attach to the tooth surface, actually embedding into the sticky bacterial plaque. The Arm & Hammer toothpaste with baking soda remove the stains and the plaque, even in the hard-to-reach areas. Baking soda also helps neutralize the harmful plaque acids that form in our mouth, keeping teeth and gums healthy.
For more, visit ahtoothpaste.com.
At the Women's World Cup in France,
USA! USA!
Team USA beat the host country France 2-1 in Friday's quarterfinal. It was due to the strength of 2 goals by Megan Rapinoe. The semifinal against England is set for Tuesday. Alvin became the first hurricane of the 2019 tropical season and could be just the first of several tropical systems to travel through the eastern Pacific this week. For a period of about 6 hours, Alvin's winds intensified and it was classified as a hurricane. But after that, the winds died down and it went back to a tropical storm. Warm waters, a moist atmosphere, and less wind shear are all expected to remain off the southern coast of Mexico into next week. Forecasters say it's possible that 2 new tropical storms may be spinning over the eastern Pacific at the same time next week. The next 2 names on the list of storms for the eastern Pacific are Barbara and Cosme. You're listening to USA Radio News.
America is built and based on liberties and freedoms. Liberty HealthShare brings that to healthcare. The liberty of choosing your own doctor, the liberty of choosing your own hospital. Liberty HealthShare makes healthcare affordable to millions of Americans. Ignite your liberty. Sharing plans starting at $199 for a single, $399 for a couple, and no matter how big the family, only $529. That's $529 for the entire family. To learn how you can save, go to lightyourliberty.com. That's lightyourliberty.com.
USA Radio News chief legal analyst Fred Penny was asked about the recent Supreme Court ruling on the citizenship question.
Some other important facts to remember is the court said that there's not really a good reason to add this right now, that is the census, by just saying they're enforcing the Voting Rights Act. That's kind of what they're saying. So Roberts found that the Voting Rights Act was pretextual, or basically a cover-up fact for the reason to put on the census a question about citizenship. They said, however, in a 5-4 decision, that the Trump administration may have a constitutional and legal right to add that question. But this is a case basically that needs to go down to the lower courts and issues to the lower courts and work its way up to the Supreme Court. Now, whether or not that's going to be done in time for the census to be printed out, the Trump administration has stated that they need this by July 1st, but technically they could push it out till October of 2019 to print everything out, because the census will come out in April 2020. So the question is, how quick are the courts going to push this through? And that's the question that we don't know at this point, but according to the Maryland courts, they're going to start pushing it.
For USA Radio News, I'm Wendy King.
Does your water stain and damage your fixtures? Does it smell or taste bad? Are you worried about what's in your water? Water quality should not be painful and worrisome. Get HydroCare water systems from Wave Home Solutions with the most advanced purification technologies. Call Wave Home Solutions today at 1-888-989-WAVE or go to wavewater411.com. HydroCare will eliminate limescale that causes hundreds of dollars in damage to pipes and appliances without using salt. Well water will no longer smell or stain your fixtures. City water will be purified of harmful chlorine, lead, arsenic, and chemicals. Wave Home Solutions provides the cleanest, healthiest water at every faucet. Satisfaction guaranteed. For more information, call 1-888-989-WAVE, 1-888-989-WAVE, or go to wavewater411.com. That's wavewater411.com.
Wave Home Solutions for a healthy, comfortable home.
Welcome to the Garden America Show, the country's most listened to gardening program. This is your chance to join us as we talk about gardening, horticulture, landscaping, in fact, anything that has to do with the world of gardening. The phone lines are open right now at 1-855-424-9825. That's 1-855-424-9825 for your questions and comments. Or john@gardenamerica.com. And if you're watching us on Facebook Live, you can also post your questions and comments right there on our page during the broadcast. Now, here's Bryan Main, John Bagnasco, and Tiger Palafox on the Garden America Radio and Media Network.
It is, it is Saturday morning. Hello there. Happy weekend. Back with your garden buddies, the Garden America Nation. I'm Bryan Main along with Tiger Palafox. John Bagnasco in the midst of his incredible move, the new house being built. He is off today dealing with his moving circumstances. So at the very last minute, actually, we just saw Bob walking down the street and thought, hey, you're close enough. You want to sit in for John this morning? And Bob, you said yes, welcome.
Snagged me by the collar and pulled me in.
Yeah, what are you doing down this part of San Diego anyway?
I got lost.
You're up north. So Bob is back after several months. In fact, last time you were here, we hadn't started the remodel yet.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
So you walked in and saw how the building is under a little construction. Some remodeling work going on here at iHeartMedia, the world domination headquarters here in San Diego.
Absolutely.
For all media. Tiger, what's going on?
Wow, what a fun week it's been, right?
I had a great week.
Yeah.
A lot of fun. Hope people are having fun out there.
So much cool stuff happening finally.
Summer was officially...
What were you guys doing? I didn't have fun.
Wait, summer started officially, last Thursday or Friday? Yesterday?
The solstice was...
21st.
So
it was yesterday.
The solstice?
Right.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Look at that.
So summer officially, despite the commercials you've been hearing the past month, they've all said, summer's officially here.
No, it just started.
Yeah, it just started yesterday officially. So we are back for this weekend, this Saturday, next couple of hours, watching us live on Facebook. We do appreciate that. And those listening the first hour in San Diego on AM 1240, and of course, always streaming worldwide and across the country on Biz Talk Radio. Tiger, sounds like you had an extra fun week. Out and about, what's going on with the Mission Hills Nursery team?
Well, summertime is traditionally pretty slow for garden centers, so it's starting to slow down there. Nothing really exciting.
After the spring rush.
Yeah, coming in. I mean, for us in Southern California, we're dealing with tropicals now. The hibiscus, the palms, the gingers, gardenias, hydrangeas kind of a thing are all looking really nice, and they're coming in. But for the most part, things are kind of slowing down. It's getting warmer out there, and people are busy with vacations. But out and about, it's pretty neat to see a lot of activity going on in San Diego. We got a lot of fun stuff happening now. But one of the things that I've noticed in the past few weeks, just being out and about, is that, the restaurants, the shops, the areas, they're much more focused on having plants. There's a lot of restaurants with beautiful houseplant displays, a lot of shops that are, showing off a lot of live plant material and kind of decorative stuff. And it's pretty cool to see.
Is this something new? Is this I don't want to say trend, but is it something that you're seeing more and more of?
You're right on. It is a trend.
Okay.
It is a trend. And, I think that this trend, obviously, we all have these trends that cycle through our lives. But, the good economy allows people to have that income or that ability to have
disposable income,
to be able to have those plants and do that. Bob's company is behind a lot of this. Succulents are huge across the board because, that was the thing is a lot of people didn't have the disposable income to buy a plant and have the risk of it dying.
Right.
Well, let's be real. You can buy a succulent, and if you forget to water it for 2 weeks, it's still going to be there for you.
Yeah.
And so therefore, and they didn't have a problem spending that $2.19 or that $5 on a plant that they knew they weren't going to kill.
And it has gone, it just keeps going up. We've seen this uptrend with the succulents for close to 15 years now.
Yeah.
And it's not stopping. And I remember somebody saying about 5 years ago or 6 years ago saying, oh, well, it's going to peak out and that'll be the end of it. And it is not even close. We still can't plant and grow enough to do what we need to do.
And like you're saying, even though the perennial flowers, even though that has gained strength again, because that was down a lot because of the economy, even though that's gone back up, people are still buying the succulents at the same rate.
Exactly. It's no different at all. And I think people did become aware finally from the drought.
Yeah.
And so the drought-tolerant perennials, they're still going gangbusters. So a lot of people have backed off of the green lawns and the annuals and whatever, and that's a good thing for here.
Yeah, for here, for sure.
We are a desert without our water.
That's exactly. Well, that's exact. This is arid desert.
Yeah,
right to the beach.
Yeah, we would be nothing.
And every tree, with maybe the exception of a couple of species, was brought in from someplace else.
Right.
Yep.
So this just didn't happen. This is we built up what San Diego looks like.
And the interior plant thing, that's remember back in the 60s and 70s, you could barely walk through a restaurant because of all the plants.
Right, house plants.
Yeah.
Big time, and it's coming back.
And it's back again where they're doing a lot more of that decorating with the live stuff, and that's really nice to see.
I think it's great if you have the proper conditions. Obviously, I don't here in the studio.
Yeah.
So not for 1 second does anybody believe that the plants around Tiger and you are real.
That's why I brought you those lovely cactus this morning.
Yes, the cactus that we're seeing here. But I do have, my patios, I got a lot of great stuff growing. It's been a good, excellent winter in terms of rain.
We have, I was talking to one of our customers in Arizona yesterday, and even over there, because our weather has been so nice, they haven't really hit their hot spot yet. They've had like one or 2 days to hit 100. And by now, they're normally cooking.
Oh, they're up 115 about this time of the year in Arizona.
And our May gray and June gloom, which is usually just that, we had rain every week in May, for a couple of days every week. And June, we've had drizzles and spritzes. And
we're still unseasonably cool for this time of the year.
Yeah.
I mean, it's going to be July, Monday? Sunday, Monday?
Yeah, Monday. Yeah.
Monday, July 1st. Yeah. And usually by this time, we're starting to heat up, which usually means a longer summer, that it's hot right into October, sometimes November.
So now, like you say, out and about town, how could you beat it? The weather is just so comfortable and perfect. So
now, when we say out and about, for people that don't know, Tiger, you do a lot of landscaping projects. You're out doing trees, gardening, helping people plant.
Pub crawling.
At least that's what he tells us. Yeah. I'll be back in a couple of hours.
Yeah.
Got a client to see.
Got a tree to do. Yeah.
Where's that client? It's someplace called the Watering Hole. Hey, who's going to do the quote of the week?
I got it right here.
You got the quote. Now, usually John does this. And today, this is from, I guess, Dwight D. Eisenhower.
Yeah, exactly. So we've got freedom has its life in the hearts, the actions, the spirit of men, and so it must be daily earned and refreshed. Else, like a flower cut from its life-giving roots, it will wither and die.
Talking about freedom and plants and what it takes to continue that process.
Yeah, and speaking of cut flowers, right here in front, you see the little pink
that's great.
Peony popover that I've got there.
Now, do we have your son to thank for this?
Yes, and then I posted a picture on Facebook, too.
Tell Bob the story, this plant, this poppy.
It's a poppy. Wow.
Yeah, it's a poppy. And my son, what he did was he took a package of botanical interest seeds, and I said, hey, go plant these in the backyard, spread them around. He just went and dumped the whole package in one spot. So I have a huge mass of just these poppies in this one area.
But it goes to show how easy they are to grow.
Yeah.
How old is he?
4?
He's 4 years old, and this is the result of the 4-year-old dumping seeds on the ground.
Yeah.
I've never seen a peony-style pumpkin.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Wow.
How about a first for Bob? How about that?
Yeah. You think I'm old enough, I would have seen everything by now, right?
But, well, today you can tell somebody what you saw.
And then I don't even know
Beautiful.
if it's late for this season because he planted them just randomly. So, but it's cool to have them. It's fun.
Are you saying that they shouldn't be doing as well as they're doing this time of year?
Well, I feel like the usually those are kind of more, mid to late spring flowers.
But again, the cool weather has held everything.
There you go.
Exactly. And
Bingo.
so, now we're middle of summer kind of a thing. And so, but it's
Hey,
good.
we've got a couple of minutes here before the break. Let's talk about our upcoming guest today, Tiger, and what we can expect.
Yeah, so this morning we're going to have Sean Langston with Kujo Shoes, Kugo, and actually I've got a pair of the shoes right there in front of the screen now. These are Yardwear shoes. These are specific shoes designed to be used out in the landscape, in the garden. There's some specific things that are incorporated in this shoe. I mean, you have running shoes, you've got hiking shoes, you've got basketball shoes.
Yeah.
Why don't you have a pair of gardening shoes, right?
And I think that makes a lot of sense. And I looked at them this morning before we went on the air and said they're like a hiking shoe, hiking boot in terms of they look very durable.
Right. And they are. These ones I've been wearing. I've been wearing them for a few weeks now, and, they're very durable. I enjoy them.
Are they comfortable?
They're very comfortable. And what's the funny thing? I was thinking about this before the interview, is that usually our gardening shoes are our leftover bad shoes because they get destroyed.
Exactly.
But we should be wearing really good shoes. So I think this is a great idea.
Okay, our guest is ready to go. We're going to be talking about those shoes and a lot of things garden related today. Thank you so much for joining us on Facebook Live, AM 1240 San Diego. Also, Biz Talk Radio at 16 minutes after the hour. Bob Riedmiller sitting in for John Bagnasco, Tiger Palafox. I'm Brian Main. We're going to step aside, take a break, come back with our guest. Thank you for tuning in to the Garden America radio show.
Mosquitoes can transmit deadly diseases including Zika and West Nile virus, but Summit Mosquito Dunks kill mosquitoes before they're old enough to bite. Just float an organic mosquito dunk in ponds, bird baths, rain barrels, and any standing water to kill mosquito larvae for 30 days or longer. Don't worry, mosquito dunks won't harm people, pets, fish, or wildlife. Mosquito dunks are available at fine garden centers, hardware stores, and online retailers. Visit SummitResponsibleSolutions.com.
Hi, this is gardening expert Melinda Myers. Keeping the environment in mind, I recommend Milorganite slow-release nitrogen fertilizer for all your growing needs. From plants to people, active growth requires energy, nutrients, and a balanced diet. Nutrient-rich Milorganite feeds the soil and plants for up to 10 weeks. The non-burning, non-leaching formula provides a slow and consistent flow of nutrients. Trust the fertilizer, proven effective for over 90 years. Milorganite for better results. Visit Milorganite.com for a garden center near you.
This alert just came in. This special announcement is for business owners and leaders of organizations who've been waiting for the right time to build. General Steel has made it impossible to wait any longer with rock-bottom prices that could save you thousands. That's right, General Steel, America's leader in pre-engineered structures, is offering buildings at prices you will never see again. Don't miss these prices. A 50 by 100 for under $30,000. You heard right. That's 5,000 square feet under $30,000. Manufacturers, if you need a larger building, try a 100 by 100 commercial building for $129,000. You can't afford to rent with these prices. Imagine a 70 by 100 foot church building for under $69,000. With the economy improving and interest rates still at historic lows, you can't afford to wait.
Call 800-605-5370. 800-605-5370. Call 800-605-5370.
Do you owe $10,000 or more on at least 2 federal student loans? Then you may qualify for new programs offered by the Department of Education. These programs can reduce your interest, lower your payments, and possibly qualify you for loan forgiveness. If you have $10,000 or more and at least 2 federal student loans and currently not in school, you may qualify for one of these programs. Call now to check your eligibility. Student loan advisors are standing by to help you determine if you qualify for these new programs. They can help you reduce your interest, lower your payment, and even forgive a portion of your student loan debt. Take control of your financial future. Make this free 5-minute free call now to Nationwide Student Loans and learn how you can reduce your student loan debt.
800-439-1588, 800-439-1588, 800-439-1588, 800-439-1588.
If you're fed up with your credit card's high interest rates and your balances are so out of control that they never seem to go down, one call to Consolidated Credit can get the relief you need. Consolidated Credit has helped over 6 million people with credit card debt, and their certified credit counselors are ready to help you. They can consolidate your debts into one lower payment, reduce your interest rates, and get you out of debt fast without destroying your credit. The program works, and the consultation is free. Call Consolidated Credit now. Call 800-350-3241. 800-350-3241. That's 800-350-3241. Consolidated Credit Solutions, Inc., 5701 West Sunrise Boulevard, Fort Lauderdale, Florida, 33313. Licensed by the New York Department of Financial Services and by the Vermont Department of Financial Regulation. Maryland DM 1492, Oregon DM 80092. Licensed by the Virginia State Corporation. Commission license number DC 83. Service may adversely affect the individual's credit. Non-payment of debt may lead to additional finance charges or collections activity, including legal action, not a loan company.
Missed an episode of your favorite show? No worries. Catch all the episodes on demand at biztalkradio.com.
Welcome back to the Garden America radio show with Bryan, John, and Tiger. The phone lines are open right now at 855-424-9825. That's 855-424-9825. Or John at gardenamerica.com.
Back here on your Saturday morning, thank you so much. It is Garden America. Brian Main along with Tiger Palafox. Bob Reedmiller sitting in for the very busy and the guy that's moving into a new house. That's John Bagnasco. He should be back with us next week. If you're seeing a little bit of a video problem on Facebook, we're going to be working on that. A little jumpy, but should still be good enough for broadcast quality as you watch what's happening here in the studio. And again, those tuned in on AM 1240 San Diego, Biz Talk Radio streaming. And don't forget, we've got, the podcast, which are up and running. Going to be doing another podcast today after the show. Our YouTube channel, go to Garden American Radio on YouTube and subscribe. We've got to get these subscribers up. Looking to hit 1,000 before too long. So again, YouTube. That's right, Bob. We're now on YouTube looking for more subscribers.
I've been away way too long. Yeah.
Lots happening.
Holy cow.
So you'll be on this next YouTube. Once we do the show, they upload onto YouTube, and you'll be able to see yourself for the first time on YouTube with Garden America.
That's scary.
So, yes, please do subscribe and help that subscription. Most of the business out of the way, and Tiger, our guest, is ready to go. Going to be talking about garden shoes and a lot of other things as Garden America continues on this Saturday.
Yeah, so this morning we've got Sean Langston with Kujo Yardwear. Kujo Yardwear is a company that specializes in shoes designed for the gardener, for the landscaper, for the person that loves to work out in their yard and make sure that they're taking care of their feet and they're wearing something comfortable and durable at the same time. Sean, good morning. How are you?
Good morning. I'm doing great. How are you guys doing?
Yeah, we're doing great here in San Diego. Where are you at again, Sean?
So I'm in North Carolina, Raleigh area.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, okay, and the weather this time of the year should be humid. Is it to hit that time of the year yet?
Hot and humid. Yeah, we're mid-90s and sunny and humid every day right now.
Oh, boy. There you go. And from what I understand, a few shark attacks off the East Coast where you guys are lately.
Yeah. I mean, that stuff's kind of scary, and it's kind of the levels are high this year, so it's been crazy.
But we're here to talk about garden shoes.
Good segue, Brian.
Yeah, much safer than sharks.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, so Sean, you have an interesting story. So, can you please start off by telling our listeners, like, what got you into yardwear shoes, gardening shoes, and tell us a little bit about your background.
Yeah, no. I mean, it's crazy. I think no one really kind of, gets into this randomly. But, my background is I've worked in garden decor and garden products company my whole career. So, I've worked with a lot of garden centers and lawn and garden retailers. And, I've done that my whole career. personally love working in the yard. My wife and I have always loved gardening. I love keeping up my landscaping, my yard. And you had kind of mentioned it earlier about the type of shoes that people wear. I always wore my old running shoes. I would demote my old shoes, and that would be my gardening yard work shoe, just like most people. But I found they weren't real functional. There was no grip. My feet were getting wet in the morning with the dewy grass, when you want to get out there. And I don't like wearing heavy work boots. I don't like wearing like the rubber waterproof boots. So I'm like, there's got to be something better. And I kept searching, and I couldn't find it. So I finally got to the point where I said, you know what, I'm going to create this thing.
Yeah, and there's some specific attributes, some specific things about this shoe that make it garden oriented. So can you kind of tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, absolutely. And like I said, the goal was to create a shoe that was very light and comfortable, just like a good running shoe when you're on your feet, for a while, but had the functionality needed, like you said. So some of the things that we did is, first of all, the material over the toe cap and the lower sides. It's a waterproof material, which we put a smooth waterproof coating on it. And the big key here is when we did a lot of testing, when you walk through dewy grass in the morning to go out to your garden or do yard work or whatever, that's where the dew gets on your toes. So we wanted to make that part waterproof and dirt proof and grass proof, first of all. What we also did on the very bottom is we did a thick rubber sole, almost like a boot, and we did a very aggressive tread. So if you're doing any sort of landscaping or gardening or mowing on any sort of hills, even wet grass, the grip is fantastic, and that's what we did a lot of testing for. On the top, we used a breathable mesh. So again, there's a lot of really good waterproof rubber boots out there, but we wanted something different. So we wanted these to be really breathable. Like I said, I'm in 90-degree weather this summer, so I want something that is very breathable in the summer and your feet's not going to sweat. So that's what we did on the top with the mesh. So we tried to find that good balance of lightweight comfort, waterproof against the dewy grass, but still super breathable for working out in the summer.
Hey, Sean, let me ask you this. Same shoe for both guys and gals. Any difference?
Yes. No, so we created it the same. We have some different colorways. So in particular, like our gray-purple colorway is just offered in the women's sizes. But as far as how the shoe's structure and design, it's pretty much the same for men and women. All right.
And Sean, when you're looking at the shoe, and I've got them here in front of us on the screen, you look at it and you like the solid toe, you like the breathability. It is lightweight, but the nice thing that I found when I've been wearing the shoe is just the comfort level, because when normally before I'd be wearing like a hiking shoe or some kind of running shoe, and after wearing them for a while, they kind of the hiking shoe wears in nicely, but the running shoe kind of gets too soft, kind of a thing. Where this, even after wearing it for a while, keeps the comfort level of the shoe.
The shape looks like the shape stays intact.
And the shape stays intact. And, it's just a great all-around shoe. And it's funny because I've been trying to catch myself, finding like what's going on with my feet while I'm wearing these, because I'm trying them out and kind of testing out what's new about them. And it's funny, on one of them I've got PVC glue spilt across the toe and stuff and there's just little things.
But that's what it's about.
Yeah, there's just these little things about the shoe that I'm like, oh, that's nice. That's nice to have that, because normally I'd spill PVC across my toe and it'd seep into my socks or whatever it is.
Or like the running shoes you're wearing, you can't really wear those now for anything else.
Right.
Because you've ruined them gardening or doing landscaping.
Exactly.
And
but
these ones you don't care. Who cares?
Yeah, and they're reasonably priced. I mean, Sean, I hope you don't mind, but I mean, online you can go to Kujo.com and, the shoe that's in front of us is $120. You can't get a hiking boot, a decent hiking boot for $100 nowadays.
If you haven't been out and about lately, go price shoes.
Yeah.
This is well within the range of what's out there, even better in some cases.
And then a big concern is for people like, they like to try on shoes. They like to be able to get a feel for it. Right. Now, Sean, you guys have an option for that, right?
Yeah, I mean, to a point. So we totally get it. Most of our sales are online, so we had to make it easy for people to try. So we do free returns, free exchanges, no questions asked, and we cover all that shipping. So if someone buys a pair online, we ship it to them free, and if they don't fit right, ship it back to us for free, and we'll ship you out a different size. And people can do that multiple times, and we just want to.
Yeah, I mean, that's the nice thing.